Hi there, this is Shauna from SBell Wellness. I just wanted to come on and share with you some information about some healthy ways that we can kind of spring clean our medicine cabinets and swap out some of those things that are in there for safer choices, and then also ones that are actually more affordable, because a lot of our products that we're using with doTERRA, they're going to last us a lot longer because a little bit goes a long way. So it's actually going to be really good to start thinking through some of the things that we have in our cabinets, and kind of minimizing that by being able to have products that can be used in multiple ways. So I do want to mention that, of course, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not recommending that you replace any important medications in your life, but I'm really just talking about those things that you don't see a doctor for. You know, you've got your cuts and abrasions that you might have, or just like a minor little burn, some head tension, allergies that you're dealing with, sore muscles or aches and pains from everyday movement, even our immune support, energy and nutrition, any sort of just like daily tummy issues, dental care. There'll be some personal care things that I share. So just so you are aware of that, of course, always talk to your physician if you're unsure of some of those things. So first, we'll talk about some things for first aid. So lavender actually is considered like the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. It really is so versatile. You can use it for burns and cuts, scrapes, really good on bug bites. I like to make actually a first aid spray. And so in this bottle, there are 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of melaleuca, which is tea tree, and then 5 drops of frankincense. And then you have that in your amber glass bottle. And then I have just like a few squirts of fractionated coconut oil in there, and then fill up the rest of the way with distilled water. Just give it a shake every time you need to use it. And so that's ready to go for you. Another way to have that first aid is in our ointment, doTERRA Correct X. Anything that you might have used like a Neosporin for, Correct X is wonderful ointment. So that's also recommended for first aid. So digestive, we definitely deal with just tummy troubles going on. My number one would be definitely grabbing the Digest Zen. This is the touch roller that doTERRA has a series of that are already pre-diluted, which is really awesome because then you can just have it ready to go. Any sort of tummy troubles going on, just rolling this around the navel, and seriously, it just zaps it so quick. So definitely grab yourself one of those Digest Zen touch rollers. The Digest Zen actually has several products that are super helpful for tummy troubles. The Digest Zen blend actually comes in a soft gel, so that would be a supplement that you could take. There are also Digest tabs that are kind of like maybe what a Tums would have been. There are Terrazymes, which are digestive enzymes. So if you're eating a big meal or maybe even have some sensitivities, then that's a really good way for you to be able to make sure that you're digesting, getting what you need. As our body ages, actually, we don't naturally make the enzymes as much as we did when we were younger. And so it's just a really great one to have in the medicine cabinet for those things. Also digestive PB Assist is our probiotic, so that's super helpful for digestion, really making sure the microflora in our gut is healthy. And so I definitely recommend having that one in your medicine cabinet for a daily use. Lemon and peppermint are also really, really awesome for digestion. So drinking some lemon in your water. If you do drink essential oils in your water, I do recommend that. Of course, I'm only speaking about doTERRA ones because I know the quality of them. And then also make sure you're drinking it out of glass or stainless. We don't want to drink those out of plastic because of the purity of the oil can break down the plastic. And then one other thing for digestion is actually these little beadlets. And so they're like a fourth of a size of a supplement. You can use them as a mint. The peppermint ones are really great for having for digestion too. All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was pain relievers. So I have not used any over-the-counter pain relievers since I joined doTERRA over a year ago. Super, super exciting to be able to get that relief without some of those side effects that might come from other things. Copaiba is probably one of my number ones to grab. So this is the soft gel form. It actually comes in an oil as well. But this is super convenient that it's in the soft gel so that you can take that just like that you would any over-the-counter pain reliever. So that's and then this other one that I really actually is kind of new to me. My husband actually asked me to snag this one when he was dealing with some back pain in the winter from shoveling. And so this is the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. It has frankincense in there. It has turmeric, which is really great for inflammation. There's ginger in there, which is helpful for digestion too. There's some green tea and pomegranate. This has been super helpful for pain relief too. And then with the Deep Blue, of course, we have the Deep Blue Rub. So this would be great for any sort of topical use that you would want to have for any sort of pain or discomfort that you have going on. Also comes in an oil form. Deep Blue is something that we use often in our house in many different ways. Frankincense is also in that polyphenol that I mentioned, but you can also use frankincense on its own. You can use that in a touch roller. I like to actually have a drop in a capsule if I'm really dealing with some head tension that I can't get rid of. Speaking of head tension, another way to do that is actually using your peppermint and taking a drop on your thumb and pushing the thumb to the roof of your mouth will really help zap that. It really is pure peppermint, and so it really gives you the opening of the airways and the sinuses and really can help that head tension. The last thing that I wanted to mention for pain relief is for women's monthly things that we deal with. So this is our Clear Calm blend specifically for women. And I actually recommend using it throughout the month, so not just during that 1 week that we all kind of think of, but using it throughout the month will help kind of really balance those hormones and help us have less of that discomfort that we might be dealing with. So definitely grab yourself one of these Clary Calm rollers so that you don't have to worry about that. Next up on the list was our allergy support. So last week I had talked more about spring and that sort of thing, so I won't spend a ton of time on that tonight, but I do want to mention, of course, Breathe, which is our respiratory blend. Breathe also comes in that touch roller series. Super helpful to have lemon, lavender, and peppermint together. That's just really great for allergy support. So you can use that in diffuser form. You can use that in capsule form. It comes in a capsule called Tri-Ease, which is super helpful to just already have together there in supplement form in your medicine cabinet. And then also turmeric. Turmeric is really good for anti-inflammatory, and so that's super helpful when we're dealing with some seasonal respiratory things going on. You can take turmeric. I don't really care for the taste of that, and so I will put that in a vegetable capsule to take that on a daily basis, actually, when I'm dealing with seasonal things going on. Next up, I wanted to talk about our vitamins. So with doTERRA, we have what's called our Lifelong Vitality series. There are 3 different supplements that are in that. Our Microplex VMZ is the whole food complex. This will be like your multivitamin. It does come from a whole food, which is super important for our body to be able to know what to do with those nutrients and really make sure that we are getting everything that we want to be getting from taking a vitamin. And then another one in that series is Alpha CRS, which is, this is our cellular vitality. So this is the ones that are really supporting us through the aging process, supporting our energy, our cellular level health. Super important to make sure that we are getting those things. And then our XC Omega is the third one in that. And so this is your essential oils as well as your fish oil, really making sure that we're getting those essentials that we need. I will tell you that I started out by just taking the multivitamin. I noticed a big difference in these vitamins versus other ones that I was taking. I really was seeing a difference in my energy. And then I started taking the other ones as well. And oh my gosh, it's really a big difference, you guys. There have been a couple times, like on the weekend, where I've gotten off of my routine and I might have not taken them at the typical time I would take them, and realizing it super quick because it really is supporting energy. There's another supplement that's called Mito 2 Max. If energy is something that you're feeling depleted of, this is definitely a really great one for you. This is giving us that energy and that stamina that we need throughout the day without the effects of caffeine. And so this is new to me. This one is actually on promotion this month of March. And so I snagged a bottle to give it a try, and it's so cool. I've only been taking it actually for a few days, and I've noticed actually for 2 of those days that I've barely drank my first cup of coffee in the morning after taking these. So super cool that it really is making a difference as far as that energy level goes. All right, so that was about the supplements. I can't say enough about them, really, honestly, because I do know that they really are making a difference. So if you are taking supplements and you have questions about those, definitely let me know, and I can share more individually about that for you. Dental care is super good to mention as we talk about our medicine cabinet. So over the years, I've used so many different brands of toothpaste, trying to find one that doesn't have a lot of the yucky things in there that have been shown to really impact thyroid issues. Fluoride is something that I have dug into and learned that we really should be avoiding. And so when I joined with doTERRA, I tried out the On Guard toothpaste. Definitely hands down is performing well and then also safe. So that's the thing that was hard for me over time, was finding one that actually was performing well. Hands down, this one definitely has been the top performer in any of those ones that I tried. So that has the On Guard blend in there, which is our immune blend. So it's really keeping the health of the mouth. And then it's got some other mints in there as well, peppermint and wintergreen. So you're going to get that freshened breath. And then now we have On Guard mouthwash. So I have been using that one too. I've had great dental checkups since switching over. Nothing to be concerned about as far as the performance goes. So I definitely recommend switching that one out if that's something that you're looking to do as you run out of what you are using. And then if you don't use the mouthwash, you can even just use like a drop of your On Guard or a drop of peppermint in like a shot glass of water, maybe a little bit bigger, depending. And then one other thing I wanted to mention for dental care is that clove and melaleuca are actually really great for any sort of infection or things that might be going on in the mouth. So definitely making sure that you have those around if those kind of things are popping up and you can't necessarily get to the dentist right away, and you might want to have something for some relief that you can support yourself. Those are really great ones to have. And actually copaiba. So copaiba is a really good mouth support too. It really helps the health of the mouth. So that one you can bring into the picture for dental care too. I also wanted to talk a little bit about personal fragrance. And so as I've really dug in and learned a lot from other people, as well as just in my personal practice. There's a lot of crap in fragrances that we really want to make sure we're avoiding. You know, I was reading in a book the other day on how they talk about like women, and we use perfume and we just, you know, sprayed it on, and then we wonder why there are all these thyroid issues. And it's like, oh yeah, we're actually spraying this, you know, toxic thing that we're not even sure where the fragrance comes from right here on our thyroid area. So definitely something we want to start thinking about. As women, there's a really great way to, you know, use essential oils as personal fragrance. You can start to play with them a little bit. You can use your Essential Life book to really kind of look at the properties of oils. There's some really great chemistry information in there as far as how to blend them. There's some that are already blended up for us that are really great personal fragrances. I really love jasmine. It's a really nice subtle floral. So that one is a good personal fragrance for women. We have rose, which is really nice for personal fragrance. I really like neroli, which to me has like a honeysuckle scent to it. Is another blend. The really cool thing with Hope is that all the proceeds for Hope actually go to our Helping Hands Foundation, which does so many great projects across the world to support women and children, and lots of different projects. So I think supporting that through buying Hope as a personal fragrance is a good thing to do. If for those men in your life, you can put some personal fragrance together for them too. I just had one blend here with clove and Siberian fir, bergamot, and lemon together. If anybody wants that recipe, I can send that over here to you. More recently, doTERRA has released a body mist, which has a beautiful blend, which is actually not available at this time. It's the beautiful blend oil is actually usually something that they do on special, but this has definitely, as you can see, it's like almost gone. So this has this 360 sprayer on it, which is super cool. And then it's a great body mist with a really nice personal fragrance. The moisturizing from it has been hands down so amazing this winter. And so definitely one that I recommend. Sorry, the lighting's really bad in here with the reflection, but that's the Spa body mist with the beautiful blend. And then to match that, we have the beautiful blend deodorant. So I know lots of people ask me like about deodorant, natural deodorant, how do we get it to work? And so we have the beautiful blend, we have the balanced blend, and we actually have a new one coming out in a couple weeks, I think. So the trick to getting that to happen for you is actually, you know, our body naturally is trying to detox. It's a little bit hard for our body to handle that with all of the things that we're taking in. And so a tip and trick for that is actually I use the doTERRA mud mask a couple of times a week. I use that like right on my armpits before getting into the shower, and then just do my typical showering and then rinse that off. And that will help detox to help support your body's ability to use that natural deodorant so that we're not getting all of those toxins that are super, super bad for our lymphatic system that we really want to make sure that we are avoiding. So I definitely recommend, if you haven't already, checking out swapping your deodorant when you've run out and you're ready for something new. One other thing, personal care-wise, is the spa lotion that doTERRA has is unscented, and so you can add any oil to that, which is really nice because then you can just kind of play around with it. Like sometimes I like to use the Aroma Touch, use lavender. That's a really great way to just kind of create your own personal fragrance with the lotion. So yeah, I know that was a lot of information that I was kind of throwing at you, just kind of looking through like what would be in the medicine cabinet, what sort of things have we swapped out, what would you guys want to be thinking about as you are starting to like make a list and see that you want to change up some things so that you can be empowered by that. So, you know, I talked about lemon, lavender, and peppermint. That trio, which is really nice actually, that doTERRA has that trio in a box. If you know that you're using those for multiple different things, I've talked about one of those in probably all the areas, and that's a great way to do that. So looking up that, that trio kit is a great way to make sure that you have those three. Looking at that touch roller kit, just the touch rollers by themselves, depending on what you need. Of course, you can make your own roller bottles. I've talked about you know, various recipes to do that. And I can always send over info if you need it to do that. But these touch rollers are pretty awesome because they're already ready to go. You can pop them in your purse, have them in the medicine cabinet, wherever you need them throughout the house. And they're safe for all ages. So they're diluted already to go for kids if you're looking to use that. Those two. As far as the vitamins go, I do want to mention if you are a doTERRA member and you're thinking about switching over that, at the loyalty rewards program is a really great way to get the best bang for your buck when you are getting those vitamins because you will be earning points back per product. And then also a lot of the other supplements become a huge cost savings once you buy the Lifelong Vitality. With some of the other ones like the Deep Blue Polyphenol that I mentioned, the probiotic, the Terrazyme, all of those become drastically reduced in price when you add them on to your Lifelong Vitality pack. Definitely something to take a peek at if you're thinking about switching over to some of those things. All right, so I think that's what I had to share with you guys tonight. I'm so glad that you were able to join in. Please make sure you go over to my website, sbellwellness.com. There's some contact information over there. Feel free to send me a message if there's anything that maybe I went a little fast here tonight, or there's something that you have questions about for yourself, some products that you're trying to swap out that maybe I didn't mention. Lots and lots of options. So definitely reach out to me so that I can help you with that. Make sure that you check out all the other videos too. There's lots of different topics that you're looking for. Take a peek and see if we can help you with that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you later.